I'm Milo, and today I'm bringing you my personal car, the 2018 LC 500 from Lexus, in coupe form. This car has one trim, technically, which is the base trim, and a lot of things come standard, but some of the options here include the performance package, which has the deployable spoiler, the carbon roof here. It's pretty sturdy, and also a Torsen limited slip differential. I believe it also comes with some suspension, adaptive suspension, but all of these come with some really great stuff. The option to get these 21-inch forged wheels, which are a bit dirty today. It's been raining a lot. It also comes with a 5-liter V8, which is one of the greatest selling points about the LC. It produces 471 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. This option also comes with a heads-up display and a couple of neat interior features, which I'll get into a little bit later. The whole package is optioned out to $125,000 MSRP, about there. But this car is about 5 years old, and with about 50% depreciation, could be bought at about $65,000. You get a good deal on it. Okay, we're inside the LC 500. As you can see, quite a bit of leather and Alcantara. A lot of neat creature comforts in here, including a power steering adjustment, 3 options for seat configurations. As you can see, the heads-up display over there. It comes with satellite navigation on the infotainment, but like most people, we'll be using the Apple CarPlay integration, which typically does not come standard on the 2018. Apple integration happened after, so it does need to be retrofitted. Yeah, I'll put this belt on here. But what that means is that the navigation from maps doesn't translate into the heads-up display. So I guess it's a bit annoying and a bit redundant to have the heads-up display on, unless you're looking at the other gauge parts, such as the miles per hour and the RPMs. But yeah, let's go for a drive. So interesting thing about this car is that it has 10 gears on an automatic. So it goes through gears quite quickly. And one problem that the 2018 has, which they've fixed in iterative years, is the transmission logic. In 2018, it's a bit, it can be a bit rough sometimes, especially at low speeds, and really depending on the drive mode. Right now it's set to normal. I can change that a little bit later when we get on the highway. One great feature about this car while I'm sitting here is the Mark Levinson sound system, which is, I think, one of the best that I've ever listened to. I've had my fair share of cars. I've had the Stinger with the Harman Kardon radio. I gotta say that this blows it out of the water. Okay. You can see the red line here at about 7.3 thousand. And that's going to be the max. It does need to warm up sometimes. Fortunately, I was in the car a little bit ago, so no need for that. So I'm just going to go straight onto the highway here. And I just want to share what the Sport Plus sounds like. Hopefully the cops don't notice. Just want to make sure we're not going onto the oncoming traffic. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's quite loud. There's a lot of sound dampening on the inside, but you can still hear it. One of the benefits of this car is that it doesn't have pumped-in audio, so anything that you hear is from its naturally aspirated V8 engine. Lower the windows a little bit just so you could hear it a little better. Now this car does come with paddle shifters, and you could change it into manual mode through the shift stick here. And I'm going to do that right now. And I think that's one of the best ways to have fun with this car. I'm just going to drop the gear a little bit so you can just hear the engine a little bit more. And the downshifts on this car is just phenomenal. This car doesn't do the gurgles. It's a very composed car. So it has a very clean V8 sound. It likes to stay in fourth gear at about this speed. That's its lane keep assist acting up. There's a lot of nannies in this car. Between the lane keep assist, it does beep whenever you're coasting on a lane. It also beeps when you're going in reverse. You know, it'll tell you when you're doing things wrong, which can get a bit annoying. Looks like it's raining a little bit. I'll make use of this touchpad and put in the address to get back to the starting location here. Looks like it does want me to. I'd have to miss that one. Get into the next. So a quick story about this car. I've only had this car for about 2 months, and I've already put about 6,000, 7,000 miles on it, which is a lot by my standards anyway. And the reason for that is because I picked this car up in Florida. And I'm living in New York, so I had to bring it all the way up here. And it was quite a comfortable drive. It was about 13 hours, split up in 2 days. It did rain for a good amount of it. Was worried because these tires, although they're Michelin Sport, we have 2 all seasons and 2 summers. So I wasn't entirely sure how grippy they were going to be, but they pulled through without any issue. I don't think I had a single slip the whole time. It's a very comfortable ride. It's very common for a ride like that to really beat you up, but I got out of there, felt like I could go for another 10 hours. And in fact, I did another drive down to Georgia, which was another 10 plus hours with my girlfriend, and we had a pretty good time. So it will really carry you there, although the cargo space was a bit of an issue. Pretty small cargo space in this car. Was still able to fit 2 check bags about. And there are back seats to this car. It does sound pretty composed in the normal drive modes. There's normal and comfort. I'm going to go on to normal now. Now, effectively, all it does is change the ECU and gearing. I believe it does help with the suspension as well. Now this car is a successor. Now this car is a successor to the SC 460, and before that the Soarer. I would say this iteration is probably the best. The thing that's unique about this car is that it comes from the same plant as the LFA, and it borrows a lot of the same design elements. Not only that, but the engineers and craftsmen who worked on the LFA, many of them are working on the LC 500 even now. So you do get that nice Takumi craftsmanship into this vehicle. And it does show. It's quite sturdy. It has a unibody. And I haven't had problems with it since I've gotten it. Mind you, it's only been 2 months. That being said, there are some slight issues, like some people hearing some rattling, although it's not too common. Definitely not common compared to some other cars out there. But these small rattles and issues are going to affect every car, regardless of the price range. Fortunately, the car is quite reliable. But that's to be expected out of the Lexuses and Toyotas, right? And that's one of its major selling points, and why it doesn't depreciate that much. In fact, I believe Doug DeMuro recently came out with a video about future collectibles, and the LC 500 was mentioned in there. I'm not going to say that this car is going to go up in value, especially when ECUs get banned, but it is definitely a possibility, and it certainly won't lose too much of its value after the initial 5 years. I think this car is a bit of a testament to that. This car I bought with about 62,000 miles on it for $62,000, which is a far cry from its original 120. But that really is based on the amount of miles, or I guess the number of years. More so than its miles. So this has become a bit of a daily driver for me. It's very comfortable to drive in. Although I know a lot of people who only use it as a weekend car. I think for its price, it's unparalleled in a lot of factors, a lot of aspects, and it really depends on how important these factors are to you. The interior is phenomenal, some of the best, across multiple price ranges, and definitely punches up its price range in terms of that. Very hard to get a naturally aspirated V8 in this era, and will probably become increasingly more difficult as we have the transition to electric vehicles. So if you want to kind of own the swan song of naturally aspirated V8s, this is certainly not a bad option. right, we're approaching our stop, and I appreciate you guys sticking around this long.